Hello, all rising juniors and seniors. This is Mr. Beller, and I'm going to take the next 2 to 3 minutes to introduce you to the course IB World Religions. I will talk to you about the nature of the course and what you can expect if and when you sign up. Also, your teacher should have an interest sheet where it's asking you for your name and your student email address. If you are interested at all, this is not a commitment, but if you're interested at all, just fill out that information and I'll be in contact with you shortly. So just to get to it, the nature of the course, the IB has described IB World Religions in this way, and this is how they introduce the course. They say, humankind has been concerned throughout recorded history with religious questions such as the existence of God, the meaning and purpose of life and death, and the sense we make of our lives. In the contemporary world, religion has a significant influence on individuals and societies across the globe. The power of religion to both unite and divide affects believers and unbelievers alike. Therefore, religion in its varied forms is a distinctive realm of human experience that demands academic inquiry. And so, given that context, it really lays out the nature of the course and what you can expect from IB World Religions. Number one, we're going to study a number of the world religions in a scholarly, open-minded, and objective way. Number two, really our goal and our purpose, we want to promote an awareness of religious issues in the contemporary world. So we are going to be dealing with how these issues both unite and divide believers and unbelievers, and how we can make sense of some of these issues in today's world. So it's not a history course. It's solely focused on using religion and using our knowledge of the religion to promote an awareness of some of these issues around the globe. And as a class, we strive to give you, the student, a sense of what it is like to belong to a particular religion. How does that impact, how you understand the world? What is the goal and the purpose of life? Why are we here? Where are we trying to go? How do we get there? What are some key values? How should we act? These are some things that we want to have a sense of as we go throughout the year. The basic outline of the course, we do a brief overview of religions, and so how the course is laid out is I have to pick one religion from each of these three columns. So this year we looked at a brief overview of Hinduism. We are looking at a brief / in-depth study of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, and then we look at Taoism in the far right. With these brief overviews, we really focus our study around three fundamental questions. What is the human condition? Where are we going? And why are we here? And so with this brief overview, we use that to drive our study. We use excerpts from sacred texts to help us understand these questions, and we focus on vocab. The in-depth religions, we have to pick one religion from each of these columns. So for instance, this year we did Buddhism, and then once again we're doing like an in-depth study of all three religions on the right hand side. And this is more of an analytical approach. So it's not just saying what it's about, but we're saying how do these doctrines and beliefs, how do they relate, or how are they connected to some of these key concepts? How do these doctrines and beliefs, how are they played out in certain rituals? Where do we see them in sacred texts, and how do they impact the religious experience of the believers? And then last but not least, we do have an internal assessment. So this is like an individual investigation where you, the student, have an opportunity to research a particular aspect of this religious experience, practice, or belief of a particular group. So, what is interesting to you? What is weird, if you ever want to use that word? Basically, it boils down to you want to know, why do people do what they do, or why do people believe what they believe? And this is an individual research assignment that we take, and we start in September, and you turn it in March. So you have the entire most of the year to work on it. This is a class that's open to all rising juniors and seniors. You do not have to be in the IB program. I repeat, you do not have to be in the IB program to take this class. We have people that take AP classes. We have people that this might be the first introduction to an AP sort of class. We go on site visits in the past where we've been to mosques, we've been to temples in the past. I've brought in guest speakers from around the community. You can expect that this is a reading and writing intensive course. We use sacred text of the various religions to drive our discussions. If you're in this class, you must be prepared to also participate in the discussions and being open to other people's opinions and stances. So, we don't want to confine or define anybody by what they say or what they believe. Once again, if you're interested, fill out this information sheet that's being passed around to you, and I'll be in contact with you shortly. And just make sure that you talk to your humanities teacher and tell them that you're interested in this course and that you know a little bit about it, and they can recommend you. Thanks a lot.